Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Managing our money, we usually would refer to budgeting, saving, putting away. What can you do with money right now? So we'd be here and now, improving your quality of life, and obviously takeouts for the future. Okay. When we think managing money, we would think a budget, right? But that's only like a tip of the iceberg of what a healthy relationship with your money. As you can see here, Mr. Mankey is definitely having a good time with his money. So one day someone decided that this piece of paper is the most valuable thing in the world and we spend our lives chasing it. And if you burn it, it's a crime. It's just the worst thing possible you can do. But nobody tells you on how to handle a proper relationship with your money. We don't look at money as something to better my life or a fuel to get me to where I am. We're always looking at it as something that's not there. It's scarce. It's hard to get. We won't be getting any of it anymore anytime soon. But that has had such a negative effect on our positive outlook of money and what we can do with our current situations financially with money. We're always thinking, one day when I make it and I have this large amount of money, I'm going to do these amazing things and life's going to be great. But we can barely even handle our cents. How are we going to even handle our millions? So here and now, when we look at the situation globally, what do we see? COVID-19, job insecurities, the current financial situation, product realignment, and ensuring that we have a good quality of life. And when I look at these things together, they've definitely disabled us as people and what our thoughts are with regards to money. The current financial situation is not looking at what America is doing. It's looking at myself right now in my house with that 10 Rand. How can I turn that 10 Rand into a 20 Rand? I want to study. My tuition costs 7,000 Rand. I can only afford to put away 20 Rand a month. And you need to understand your financial situation in that current time is, can I sacrifice my 20 Rand? It doesn't make sense for you to sacrifice your 20 Rand if you are struggling to even buy bread. That's just not a good quality of life. So now you to have what you have, and that's not a good quality of life. Why? Because if you're not eating, your brain doesn't function, and it's just going to be a waste of time. Product realignment. Generally, when we look at people, the first thing that people would think of when we say, how about you go and see a financial advisor? How about you get some products that are going to make your life better? And the first thing they would think is, I'm going to get medical aid, I'm going to get a retirement fund, I'm going to get a life policy or a funeral policy. Not looking at, in your current situation, what would best suit you. You're working, and you're paying 4,000 Rand or 500 Rand towards a life policy, where you could be paying 80 Rand for a life policy and taking the remainder of the money and looking at things like your income protectors. COVID-19 has definitely taught people, especially in the financial industry, that not enough people have income protectors. We can lose our jobs at any given time. Your current bond situation, is it taken care of? School fees, cars. If anything had to happen to you in this very moment and you couldn't work, do you have a product in place that would ensure that you at least get 50% of your current salary to make sure that your bills are taken care of? Sadly, not a lot of people have that in place. So now we're looking at how your finance can be used to improve your quality of life. First of all, your health is the most valuable thing. Take that trying to chase money. You can't chase money if you're in a wheelchair. Like, you generally can't do much. And not saying that people who are wheelchair bound are unable to work, but my example is you can't be putting your life at the back end of your money. Okay? Your money needs to ensure that you have a good quality of life so you can work. So it mustn't be money equals health. It's always health before your money. Because if you were putting your money before your health, you were taking your money instead of looking at things that are of importance and spending it on buying it on over-the-counter medication, where if you just go for a general checkup, then you would know that, okay, I'm diabetic, or I've got a particular issue that I need to now take more importance on. Please invest in your health. Invest in your health. Make sure that you're good. Make sure that you're eating right and taking control. A lot of people have lost control due to the situation globally. They are frustrated, they're stressed out, they're unhealthy, they've developed a lot of problems, and now are finding it very difficult to be productive in their everyday lives. You are struggling to get out of bed just to do what you need to do. Now, your key takeaways. Please make sure that you have a financial manager that caters to your needs. Caters to your needs, not a financial manager that's catering to what the general population is, but a financial manager that caters to your needs. Take stock of your current financial situation. It does not make sense for you to be saving copious amounts of money when you are struggling to put food on the table. That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And get products that are tailored to your needs. Not my needs, not Tanita's needs, not Zadri's needs, but your needs. Because what our needs are definitely change over time. Thank you. Any questions? Do we have any questions? There should be quite a few questions, but I don't see. I don't see any. But about that video, hey, let's try and get it back. I'm taking questions. Any questions?
People, they're not dead, but they're incapacitated. Maybe injury, maybe sickness, maybe paralysis. Something could just happen.
Midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis happen. And at the end of the day, what now happens is what do you advise men to do, right? Because I know in South Africa we are allowed to choose whether we in community of property or out of community of property. But I know back home, countries like Nigeria and West Africa, I don't. The man is Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, even makes himself middle. And at the end of the day, things happen. And I'm telling you real life stories. Things happen. Somebody wakes up and says, no, don't do anything, take care of the children. 10 years down the line, the company folds up, or there's something that goes wrong. And immediately that happens. The children who had a good life, who you've been raising with proper standard, now because you can't earn, you've not also built your spouse to earn at the capacity that you make, or even half of what you make. Life becomes sour. Do you understand? Ian taught me something, that he's been able to build the passive income to even earn more than what he calls the real income. Do you understand? So please tell us what type of products, and if we need to go start selling insurance products in Nigeria, I think I can go sell that. Stop bleeding blood of Jesus. And it's not only Nigerians who are in Nigeria, even Nigerians who are here don't have policies.
It varies, but the most popular one for that particular instance would be an income protector. So an income protector is basically, it looks at your current needs right now. How much you're earning, where does your money go, who's benefiting from you financially, and what exactly do you need to contribute to ensure that the household continues to run even when you're now taking like an early retirement, or you are in a situation where you actually just can't work. That is quite the popular option. A lot of people don't actually know that it's quite cheap. It's like 45 Rand. You can go to your bank and ask just the normal bank, is like, hello, I need an income protector. This is how much I earn, and these are my needs, and I need to make sure.
45 what?
45 Rand. Obviously, but that's the basic. It starts at 45 Rand. Not that obviously the minimum.
Because I was going to ask why was that not 60,000 from us?
So definitely you would. It would definitely be in line with how much you are making and what your current needs. But the basic person that earns minimum wage will obviously looking at paying something is 45 Rand. And with what has happened over the last 3 years, a lot of people, you see they're selling vegetables and stuff, and now that poor lady and the poor man can't sell the stuff that he used to sell. And no one has taught him that not only can you go to the bank and get a life policy, but you can actually go to the bank and ask them to put in place something that ensures that moving forward, you have something left for yourself. You can go to your bank and ask them to write a will. A lot of the times we are finding that, like, I don't like to say this, but a lot of times you find that Black men tend to not have a set will in place. And now when the will, or when he passes away, he's got quite a few people that would look benefiting from him working. And now this little bit of money that's left has to be now split amongst himself and all his siblings and the kids and the wife and this and that. The first person that normally gets attacked is the wife. They're going to say, no, but you must go back home. The person that you came about is no longer here. It's sad. It is so sad. And it's normally people have this perspective that it's only people that are uneducated that do that. You will be so shocked and so hurt to know that a nice gentleman in a suit doesn't even have a plan for his life in the future. So a lot of the times people look at money and financial advice and be like, oh, yeah, it's stressing us out. You'd rather be stressed out now than having to deal with all of this when you actually don't have a choice. Do it while you have a choice, while you still can, where you can pick and choose, because once your choice has been taken away from you, then it doesn't make sense anymore.
All right. That's so true. I thought it was only happening in West Africa. So Black people, we must do something differently in 2022.
Both generational wealth, please.
Yes.
Generational wealth.
I think we can take an offering on that. Because it's key. I mean, I used to say something, I don't know the conversation my wife and I were having yesterday, and it was more on some people are not entrepreneurial because they didn't see anybody. We always modeled after what we see.
Yes.
That's the reality. What drives me as an entrepreneur is not yes, maybe there's a bit of an innate ability, but I met my dad and my mom running their thing, right? Yes, I knew when my father was working for a company, and I knew I was already a teenager when he started his own thing. And I could tell the difference in terms of income and the lifestyle we started to live when he started to work for himself. We changed schools, went to good schools, better schools. I mean, changed things. I saw things literally change. And so it was from that young age that my mind was made up. I will be the boss of myself. And how funny it is, what drove me there was, I wanted to have a piano in my office. and somebody said, yes, and somebody said it's only the boss that can have piano in the office. So I said, then I will be the boss. As trivial as it is, but that has been my motivator. That's what drove me into everything that I do today. I like to be in control of my time. I like to think and create. And so this financial advice is key. Please go to our website, Kickstart, and you will 1va.com/kickstart and connect with the speakers yourself. Follow them on LinkedIn. Each and every one of them, their LinkedIn handle we are shared on that. Just follow them and ask questions. I beg of you. We are in this world to enable each other to succeed. Thank you.